valley has been under a blanket of snow for 2 weeks now. I'm headed west and south to dry out a little bit and warm up a little bit. I first went into this area in the early 90s with Scott. It's a special place with a long history of human habitation, soaring sandstone cliffs, and a sense of peace and calm. This time of year I got to practice the 3-layer shuffle. I have a heavy duty base layer, a really light duty base layer, and then this synthetic shirt. And just right now it's warm enough. I'm going to be busted all the way down to just the synthetic shirt. My wife doesn't watch these videos, so I'm kind of safe talking about this. I had no intention whatsoever of climbing out of this canyon, but now I'm looking at this spot up here where it looks like I could pretty safely clamber out of here and walk the rim. And now that I'm looking at it, I'm really curious what it's like up there. So I think I'm going to climb up here and just take a look and see if it's a good idea or not. Well, it looks doable, but I'm always thinking about what's the downside risk. And I had kind of counted on this little landing I'm on to stop me if I fell. Now that I'm up here looking at it, I'm not sure any of that would stop me if I fell. I'd maybe tumble all the way to the bottom. So, other than the nice view we've got up here, I think that's about it. Head back down and keep poking around in the bottom. I thought there might be a little bit of a tank down here. For a husky dog, it's a little warm. I don't know how long this holds water, but this is a pretty cool spot. All the animals coming up here, using it. Boy, if I was further north and east, I would be worried about moose down in this bottom. But as it is, there's really nothing I might encounter down in here. At least nothing that would pose a threat. After being on hands and knees down there in the salt cedar, I climbed up onto this bench to get out of it. And now we're in the oak brush. It's beautiful up here, but the canyon's starting to choke down a little bit. I'm not sure how much further I really want to fight my way up it. We'll see. This is the creek bottom. Nice flowing water, but it's definitely not something I want to make my way up. Pretty choked out down in there. So this, I believe, is time to turn around, head back down canyon, and find a nice bench somewhere down there to spend the night. This alcove has a real good feel to it. We're up above the creek bottom where the cold air is going to settle, up on a little bench here. All the snow's melted off and I got a completely flat spot to set up camp. It's I think it's going to be in the sun for a while too, because the sun makes its arc across the southern horizon there. It's I've already switched out for my heavier base layer, and as you can see, I'm wearing my wind cheater. It's not going to get any warmer as the day goes on, and most likely it'll be pretty chilly down here in this canyon come nightfall. I'm experimenting with carrying this nice little Grantsford's Brook hatchet instead of a knife. Like, I don't have any knives on me. I don't start a fire much, but man, it's nice to have something for pounding tent stakes, particularly in this hard frozen ground. It makes a world of difference. So we'll see. This is a little over a pound. Long term, it may not make the cut, but man, I like the capability. My friend Ken gave me one of these peak refuel meals when we were hunting this year up in the snow. I'll tell you what, if you want to sell somebody on a really nice meal, that's just hand them one. They're not cheap, but you know, I used to dehydrate, make all my own meals and everything, but you know, it takes a lot of time, and for something that's just really good and good to go, and you don't have to spend a bunch of time messing with. This these are good, and I just tucked it in my Napoleon pocket for it to hydrate with the boiling water in it. This one, chicken coconut curry. Well, there was just a few droplets left, which I poured over Rocky's kibble, and he also approves. I think he would have liked all of it, but no, you just get a few drops on your kibble. No, you don't get to lick Daddy. Oh, no. Good boy, aren't you? Oh yeah, coffee water is ready, Rocky. Good and ready. What are you doing there, big man? You listen to those crows. Finally made a batch of homemade granola bars again. It's about time. That plus a Starbucks Via Mocha. It's about as good a breakfast as you could hope for out here. It's a great breakfast. When you got those old steaks frozen in the ground, leverage. Some of you might have noticed that I'm carrying about the biggest or tallest pack that you've ever seen me carry. Reason for that is I'm carrying my 0 degree North Face synthetic bag, which I didn't really need last night, but it was nice to have. So that adds a lot of bulk. At any rate, it's still good and cold. I don't know, 25 or something, which pretty good operating temperatures for Rocky and I, particularly with the extra 20 pounds of long-term food storage I'm carrying right now. Keeps me nice and cool when I'm moving. And with that, we off. Let's do it. Let's do it. On the way out, I've been doing a better job of scanning for rock art with my binos, and I found some. You can see how these petroglyphs have some desert varnish over them. That's how you know for a fact they're authentic. It's hard to age the desert varnish, but we do know it takes time to form. There's bighorn sheep there. This is a figure that we see often. Perhaps a Kashina of some type. Here's Kokopelli, the hunchback, and here's a human handprint. Smaller than mine, but I'm reaching back across at least 1,000 years of history here. That's something.